Hey, what's going on? This is Logical with you guys today Hey, what's going on? This is Logical with you guys today, and welcome to FPS Weekly number 11. Today we're going to be talking about some pretty cool stories, and only 4 stories, in fact, 3 of which are FPS. 1 is a special honorable mention because I think it's cool. Alright, let's get into it, starting now. First things first, Dirty Bomb has just gotten a new Aussie Merc. Yep. Gotten a badass sounding, super grungy Aussie, or Australian for those of you that don't know what Aussie is, mercenary. He is suited to long range gameplay. He has infrared vision that highlights enemies, and he has a smoke grenade, so you can use that tactically to your advantage to obscure an area and then attack that area as you can, and then maneuver through the smoke and such. So, brand new character, his name is Red Eye, looks cool. I will have to get back in the Dirty Bomb and give him a try if he is in the free rotation. Next thing! Apparently Star Wars Battlefront won't have a campaign mode. Why this is an issue, I don't really know. It's not really an issue, but people always they think we're kind of surprised by it. He is yeah, it's not having a campaign mode because hardly anyone would play it. And that makes sense. I mean, the first 2 Battlefronts, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront games, they didn't have campaign modes either. I mean, they did, but not really. It wasn't like a story-driven kind of thing. It was just missions that had no real goal to them. So, it's honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. They've stated that they wanted this game to be multiplayer based from the beginning, and multiplayer was important to them, and getting multiplayer working right and getting that to be fantastic was the entire purpose of it. So that's fine. That's fine. The fact that it doesn't have a campaign doesn't bother me in the slightest. Battlefront's still going to be an amazing game. Next thing. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, it turns out, is actually a reboot. There was some kind of discussion earlier on as to whether or not it was a reboot or was it a sequel, and it turns out that it is actually a full-blown reboot of the original game. The story is slightly different. They're changing some aspects to it. But yeah, basically that's what's going on. Got the gameplay trailer that you're watching right now. It looks pretty amazing. I'm excited for it. Comes out in February, and just looks super, super, super smooth, fluid, and wonderful. Pretty much. Not much else to say for it. It just looks cool. Oh, it's also going to be open world. That's important. It's going to be open world. For the last thing that I want to talk about this week, it's not FPS related, but the trailer that you're watching up here, it's not an FPS game, but it is super, super, super cool. It's a game called Grip. It's being made by an indie developer team. And basically what it is, it's a futuristic combat racer. So, for those of you that played Jack X Combat Racing on the PS2 10 years ago, that's what this is, but better. Modernized, cooler, it's just awesome. It looks super, super cool. And because they're an indie team, they don't have any funding. They're doing this through a KickStarter campaign. And the game looks super awesome. And I don't usually say this for FPS Weekly or any of the good videos that I do for Digital Dynasty, but please share and like this video, not for our sake or what's going on, but for Grip. And I want you guys to spread around, it's going to be right here, a hashtag Kickstart Grip, because the game just looks amazing. I really want to play it. Looks super awesome. Let's help these guys get to their pledge goal of $500,000 approximately US dollars. There's a link to their Kickstarter campaign down in the description, as well as an article on PC Gamer talking about the game itself in a little bit more detail than I can provide here in this video. But please check these guys out. They are making a super awesome game. Contribute if you can. If you can't, spread the word around and get people to contribute. There's 27 days left for people to fund the Kickstarter for this game, and I really want to see this become a reality. It looks like a super cool game, and I personally am going to be pledging $50 to it. Because with that, you get a physical copy of the game for PC or PS4. I'm probably going to go PC with it. You get a physical manual for the game, and you get a physical poster. They have a whole bunch of different options available for you if you decide to pledge. like different amounts will get you different things. So please check them out. Check out their Kickstarter page. Help them fund Grip. It looks amazing. I really want to play this. I'm a huge fan of futuristic combat racers, and there really hasn't been anything in that genre since Jack X Combat Racing. Before that, it was a game series called Rollcage, which Grip is the spiritual successor to. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about this week. So yeah, that's it. There are not really that many FPS stories this week that were that compelling, but I really wanted to talk about Grip, even though it's not an FPS game, because it looks awesome, and I think it really, really deserves the support to turn it into a full-blown game that's actually on the market. So check that out, spread the word, hashtag Kickstart Grip. Alright? Thank you guys, this is Logical, and I will see you guys next week.